Hello again, Huntington Beach City Councilman Devin Dwyer is upset because he got a ticket for leaving his car on the street when the street sweeper came. Now, despite the fact he knows when the street sweeper is coming, he considers this an outrage. He is so upset he told the Huntington Beach City Council about it.
To me, it's just a revenue generator. I had promised the press that I was going to tear my parking ticket at this meeting, but I think that's a bit theatrical. I was extremely mad earlier, and I'll tell you, I'd feel a lot better if I did.
Well, Dwyer says of the $41 fine, the practice of extorting funds out of us so they can pay for different things just drives me crazy. Mr. Dwyer, you're on the city council. Your job is to help generate revenue for the city. And everybody else pays if they get a ticket because they didn't move their car. Our contributors tonight, social activist and actress Deborah Skelton and Doctor of Social Ethics Charlotte Laws. Charlotte, I'll start with you. Is City Councilman Devin Dwyer of Huntington Beach above the law of Huntington Beach?
Here, full disclosure, he is my Facebook friend as of today, so I feel a little bit of loyalty, but not much. Some people would say that if he can't move his car before the street cleaner gets there, then he obviously can't handle his district. I'm actually of two minds of this. I do feel that this is very entitlement-minded, an entitlement politician in an entitlement society that we have. On the other hand, I understand that politicians bring their personal experiences to City Hall, to the legislation they make, and I appreciate that. And I agree with him that parking tickets are harassment. It's just a way for the city to make money, and it's always annoyed me. So in a sense, I appreciate what he's trying to do.
Charlotte, the sign says, don't park your car here between X and Y on Wednesday. You don't park your car there. Now, do you? I mean, how can you even justify that?
I'm trying. What can I say? My loyalty to my Facebook friend.
What do you think, Deborah?
I think it's ridiculous, and for the simplest of reasons. Charlotte is definitely correct when it comes to the issue of entitlement. Human beings who are voted into office, and keep in mind they're voted into office, feel like they are entitled because they have a position that is different from the average public person or the average lay person. And because of that, they feel that comes with special privileges, but not when you are privileged within that same office that dictates exactly what's going to go on in the streets of the area that you are in jurisdiction of. You have no right to do the same. You have no right to feel like you are entitled to go above what and beyond what everyone else is doing. There are particular laws that we all follow that doesn't make you any less of a citizen of Long Beach. You are to follow those rules as well. You get no card, you get no do not get out of jail cards. You are entitled, as well as you being entitled to what you do for a living, you are entitled to pay attention and abide by the laws. You are to set examples. And this was a very, very poor example. Now he feels exactly how the average lay person feels when they get a ticket.
All right, you know what? I'm going to take the last word on this. Pay your ticket. Stop whining. Okay. David Nahai is leaving as general manager of the DWP, but he's going to remain on as a consultant at $6,300 a week, which means about $82 grand by the end of the year. Now, there are those that believe that's a little steep. The president of the DWP said, well, there's nothing nefarious about that, nothing complex about it. It's a reasonable business decision. Read between the lines here, people. They wanted him out. They reached a financial settlement. Deborah, it's business. Does anybody have a complaint? Is there anything wrong with this?
No, I honestly think there's nothing wrong with it. I personally wouldn't do it. I find it vulgar. But the bottom line is it's legal and it's fair. It's binding. I wouldn't blame him. He's a scapegoat at that point. It really is about everyone else that says we've agreed with this, we've allowed this to be done. There are plenty of people that could have said, you know what, this is not fair. Wait a minute, let's take a look at this. But you know what, it is above board simply because it's been agreed upon not by one but by many. So therefore, he's entitled to it because he's been given permission to be entitled to it, and therefore it is a legal and binding contract.
Charlotte, what do you think?
I don't agree with you, Deborah. And it's funny you mentioned the word scapegoat because I think whoever signs this contract is going to take a fall. And there actually is an organization, there are organizations out there that have scapegoats for hire. And the city could hire one of them, come in, sign the contract, and then they could run away. But I actually think that this is a backroom deal, and I think that the mayor's behind it. And, you know, it's not unusual to give a general manager who's leaving the city money when they leave, and maybe this is a cost-effective measure, but the truth is DWP as a failing organization. They the salaries are extremely high in DWP to the point that the other city members, the city workers, are extremely upset about it. The infrastructure's falling apart. They give money into the general fund. The rates are being doubled, tripled. I mean, we do need a new general manager, so I'm glad he's leaving, but I definitely don't think this whole thing's on the up and up.
Deborah, you want the last word on this? I'll give it to you in 15 seconds.
Well, unfortunately, it is on the up and up. It is legal, and that's exactly why politics is often a dirty game.
Okay. Well put. Let's move on now.